Welcome back to Front Mission 2, and now we're going to go ahead and do another mission. And we're going to go up to Saribash's mansion. Now, there's another tutorial part of the game in here, so I'm going to go through this as quickly as possible because it does take a while. Alright, now go ahead and just quickly save your game. And this is like a tutorial part, you know, like there's going to be opportunities to upgrade your mechs and modify them a little bit, I think, but let's just get right into it. Alright, now you go over to the guest room. Alright. Another thing about the network, you can use it to input codes for, certain unlocks, like how to overclock a CPU, depending on the company name inside the game, and, unlocking other Wanzers. But we're not ready to do that just yet. That's going to wait until later in the playthrough. The important thing right now is to just go through the dialogue and then get the guys trained up, like the Mafia guys trained up. Yeah, one of your first main missions in the game is a convoy mission, and it's kind of a pain if you don't know what you're doing, but I know what I'm doing, so it's going to be easy once we train our guys up and re-equip our Wanzers. Alright, so now we're going to go over to the warehouse. And anytime you go to a warehouse, you're obviously going to want to go to the shop. And then you're going to want to talk to, the shop worker or whatever. Sometimes they'll give you a network code or something. Or maybe it'll be quest. Maybe it'll be quest related, things like that. We're going to talk to Saribash again. See, he's already asking us to train his Mafia guys. Now, this is a good thing to do because they'll be better equipped to deal with the next mission in the game. And you get extra money for doing it anyway, and you learn a little bit more about armor types. So, I mean, it's kind of useful to actually do if this is your first time playing through the game, or if you want to learn a little bit more about it. But there is a ton of dialogue and story in the game, as you can see. I mean, this has been going on for a while now. Kind of ridiculous. So anyway, you're going to want to go down to the training area. And he just said he'll pay a bonus for each intelligence level reached. And the nice thing about that is, like, it's free money basically to rekit your Wanzers, which we need anyway. And another thing, the higher the level of intelligence these Mafia guys have, the better they're going to do in the mission that we'll have to do next. But Saribash's mansion, it's a ton of dialogue, and then the training facility, as you can see here. Alright, now as you can see, she's saying weapons can inflict 3 types of damage: piercing, impact, and fire. An example of fire would be, a flamethrower. I don't know of anything else that's classified as fire type damage other than flamethrower. And then you have impact. Impact-based weapons, those are going to be missiles, rockets, clubs, knuckles, things like that. And then piercing, that's going to be rifles, machine guns, shotguns, things of that nature. Now she's saying armor is also categorized as anti-piercing, anti-impact, or anti-fire. And you'll notice that in the shop too, and there's also normal types of armor as she is mentioning. Alright, white is anti-piercing, green is anti-impact, red is anti-fire. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and move everybody forward. Yeah. I played Sandland with this old controller way too much. Way too much. Probably shouldn't have. Kind of regret playing that game too, but anyway, we're on front mission. Just gonna move everybody forward. I see the red guys are anti-fire, the white ones are anti-piercing, and the green one is anti-impact. So, using unarmed attacks or melee attacks on the green one isn't going to do jack diddly. Like, it's really not. Alright, so we're going to move Rocky up to where he's right next to Thomas there. We're going to position Joyce here. We're going to position Roswell right behind Joyce. And move Thomas up right in front of Joyce here. And I figured I'd cover this part of the tutorial first, because the reality is you're going to have to do this like 3 or 4 times before you get all of the actual awards. I'm going to do them anyway as part of this video. And then I guess I'll just do the equipment on another one. You see, it's like Hard Rod, that's the only counterattack it's offering me. It's not going to be effective on him because he's got anti-impact armor. See? Impact weapons do not do well on anti-impact armor. Alright, so next order of business. We're going to move Thomas in on one of these guys. And as you can see, he easily knocked out one of their arms. Because that's an anti-fire enemy. And, our arm was damaged. He just took that right off because it had, like, no HP, even though it was anti-impact. Alright, now Roswell. Roswell should be able to hit with long range. We're going to target this guy way down here. Ace Assistant 2. As you can see, that did a lot of damage to the enemy's left mech arm. Now we're going to switch to Joyce. Joyce is going to do the same. Same guy. And let's see, we got Ash now. What is Mr. Ash gonna do? Let's take Rocky down over here, and he's gonna hit Ace Assistant 3. And Ash, you know, Ash can't attack that guy because he's wearing anti-piercing armor. That wouldn't be effective. So we're going to take Ash over here. We're going to have him use the machine gun on Ace Assistant 4 since they're wearing anti-impact armor on their mech. As you can see, that was effective. Would have been better if, you know, skills would have triggered. He unfortunately missed. And it looks like Thomas is out of commission. He's not going to be able to attack now, sadly. Sometimes that happens. So what we're going to do is, I don't know why the game was doing that. That's annoying. Let's go ahead and switch to Joyce. Joyce is going to attack this guy. And Roswell's going to hit him too. Soften him up a little bit. And we're going to have Ash finish this guy if he can. Not quite there. Gonna move Rocky over to the left. He's gonna hit Ace Assistant 1 that we were picking on. And Thomas can't do a damn thing. And see you, Thomas. Thomas didn't make it. Yeah, this training stuff takes quite a lot of time. I didn't particularly like this part of the game. It's a necessary part of the game, so you can like maximize your effective chances of success on the next mission you actually have got to do. But it sucks having to go through this 3 or 4 times because it's just time consuming. So I'm just going to finish this first tutorial for the training, and then once I get the other 4 levels of training done, then I'll continue with the video on how to actually re-equip their mechs and redo everything with what credits are available, because I don't know about you, having to sit through like 4 sessions of this just sounds boring to me, and to be honest, you know, it is kind of a boring grind initially, because you're stuck doing this at low level like 3 to 4 times just to maximize your effectiveness on their intelligence, I'm sorry, for the actual mission. Because if you don't do this, you're gonna have a really hard time on the truck escort mission, which is the next part of the story. So unfortunately, you're stuck doing this. Alright. Can't use the rifle on him. So that's not of any help. I guess we're going to have to if we're going to finish this up in a timely manner. Yeah, forget it. That's not what you're supposed to do, but it's what we're going to have to do. As you'll notice, since he had anti-piercing armor on, a machine gun was not very effective. Yeah, machine guns, rifles, and shotguns are less effective on it. That's pretty much what I was saying. Like, we all know it's not, but like, we got nobody else over here in close position that can just deal with him. Yeah, I know. Oh, that sucks. Now we can't attack. He blew our arm off we were attacking with. All right, that was a good hit. That was a good hit, Rocky. And we'll just have, you know, the rest of our unit finish this guy off. And that'll complete Saribash's mansion. Like, it's kind of exhausting how you have to, like, do the grind like this just for another mission, but it's just how the game is, you know? It's another part of the game you gotta get through before you can get to the main story. And, you know, why not? Let's just have Rocky finish this guy off. Oh, come on. You left him with 1 HP. Ah, you're killing me, man. We've been here long enough. Joyce, just shotgun him, please. Anyway, hopefully you learned something about, you know, the weapon and armor types in this game. And you go down here to Ace. He'll give you information on the level you're at and an explanation. Well, explanation's useless. You really just want to check on what his level is. If you want to go for that stat, see where he is, where he left off, whatever. And you got to do training like 3 more times until they reach maximum intelligence level of intelligence level 4. But this video has been long enough at Saribash's mansion, so I'm going to stop it right here, and then I'm going to finish the rest of the training. That'll do it for this video for now. Thanks for watching.